Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you another brand new episode of Kingdomcraft. And in today's episode, we're going to be taking a break from the farmhouses and from the clock tower. And we're actually going to be kind of heading off to do our own thing. And you know what? I think I made a wrong turn. I'm supposed to be going this way. So, as hopefully all of you know, Iskall has been working on a road, which we're on right now, that leads to the Enderman farm. And along that road, there's a little, I guess we'd call it like a little bandit camp. There's a little cave, a secret bandit hideout. And I thought it would be really cool to kind of create maybe like the ruins of a house in the general vicinity of that little bandit camp. Like the bandits came and they raided the house and ransacked it, and now it's been pillaged and destroyed. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to head off kind of in that general direction. We're going to try and find a spot where we can create the ruins of a house, and we're going to go from there. Also, last episode, I talked a little bit about a new Kingdomcraft member, and those of you who guessed my good friend Good Times with Scar, gold star for you. Scar has indeed joined Kingdomcraft, and I am very, very excited to have him. Here's the little bandit camp we were talking about. Looking pretty good, I must say. But we're going to kind of stray away from that, and I think maybe kind of over in here would be a good spot to have the ruins of a little house. I think that'd be pretty cool. So, especially with the end portal right here, maybe the Enderman got out and helped the bandits or something. I don't know. Either way, I think this will do just fine for us. So let me string up my horse here. I need a name for this horse, by the way. I found him just today, and he's actually got fairly decent stats. So I think I am perfectly happy with him, and I think he's the only white horse on the server. So I think he's going to be our horse. He's the one for sure. So what we're going to do is, first of all, make a crafting table. We're going to make just kind of a little area here to get set up and all that kind of good stuff. I did bring a bunch of materials with me, probably more than I should have, honestly, but that's okay. It's always better to have too many materials rather than not enough. So I think that'll do. Now, I want to kind of start laying out the groundwork for this, and I want it to be really kind of run down and destroyed, but I still want it to be kind of evident that it's a house. I should have brought some some more jungle wood with me. I just thought of that. Well, that's okay. So maybe what we'll do is we'll start kind of laying this down. And we'll say the house kind of came out like this. Like so. And then we do, something like that maybe. Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of the remnants right here. And we'll say this area was the house itself. Something like that. Let's count these blocks real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I think I want to bump that down. I think I'm going to bump that down to 7. And that's a little bit better. But I think I want it to extend out here a little bit more as well. And this is just kind of laying the framework. Most of this is actually going to be going away before the build is complete. But, just kind of laying out the framework to get kind of an idea of the area in which I'm going to be building. So, I think it would be really cool to use acacia wood in this because it looks dead. And I think that is a great idea for a house like this. Now, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. Lost count. 1, 2. Get out of my way, horse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is an odd number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be the center right here. And we'll maybe go like that. And then here, we'll go like that. So we've got kind of different lengths, different heights on these acacia logs, which I think kind of creates the effect that they've been, you know, that they were there and they're now destroyed. See what I'm saying? I think that looks pretty good. And we'll go maybe like that. So you've got kind of the ruins of the house here. Now, inside, it actually really, now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of makes sense for there to be grass inside the house. But then what we'll do is just take a couple of these cobblestone blocks and, oh, I don't want them in the dirt there. I'm thinking we mix a couple of those into the ground, kind of just scattered around a little bit. Maybe knock a few out of place. Can you kind of see here how this is coming together? You know, we started with kind of a base shape, and now we're kind of, we still have that basic shape, but we're just kind of distorting it a bit, if that makes sense. We're just knocking out a block here, knocking out a block there. Give it kind of a rundown and destroyed appearance, which is what we want. And we'll maybe do a couple like this as well. Just kind of breaking it up a little bit. And that looks pretty good, I must say. That's a good start. Now this is going to have to become cobble. And to create that effect, we need that to be, I don't know about grass there. I don't know if I'm liking that. Maybe we just put the grass there. I don't know. Because if we do that, then we've got kind of our, like this would be our foundation, if you will. And I suppose we could still have a few blocks above the ground like that. That would probably be fine. Let's maybe take that one out too. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. So this is our foundation level then, right here. So then we can kind of fill that in. And that would become cobble, although, as I have said many times, if you are using logs as essentially fence posts, you want to make sure they go all the way into the ground. Otherwise, it looks really derp, and we don't want derp. We want to avoid the derp if possible. Let's maybe do something like that. How's that look? Yeah, it's not too bad. We still need a little bit of destruction over here. Let's maybe put that in. And then we can maybe break this up and knock that one in like so. Yeah, it's kind of coming together. I heard a zombie. I'm just going to ignore it for now, though. So then we can go in and mix some other building materials in. I was kind of envisioning this house originally as having a stone brick foundation. So what we'll do is we'll take some cracked stone brick, and we're going to mix that in fact, to the point where the cracked stone brick is actually going to become kind of the majority of what's left of the actual foundation. And then the cobblestone ends up being kind of the detail texture, if you will. So we get something along these lines. And that's looking pretty good. Okay. And then we can add a little bit of further detail using gravel. I actually love the effect that gravel creates for a build like this. It gives you that kind of rubble-like feeling, if that makes sense. Like you're you're walking in runes and you can tell where the damage was. So we do some stuff like this. You can even pile it up a little bit in the corners, just to kind of give us that feeling. But it is looking a little bit late. And where's my ender chest? There it is. Grab ourselves my bed. And we'll take a quick nap. Now, this is a great start. However, all we really have right now are a few posts in the ground and some gravel and stone and stuff. So we want to mix that up a bit too. I'm thinking what we do is we take some coarse dirt and let's mix some of that in here as well. So we'll just kind of get some of this going like so. Maybe like that. That looks a little bit too symmetrical for my taste. Let's go. Oh, now we have a pattern right here. We don't want that. There we go. That's better. So we get this kind of mixed in because this was the house at one point right here. I mean, this was it. The little bit inside, and we want to make sure that that kind of, is obvious. So this section in here, it's still a little bit overgrown. Some stuff has kind of started to spring up and grow here, but we want to kind of mostly keep that away. Then the other thing that we can do is for some additional depth and detail, we can add some cobblestone slabs, and we can maybe put one here. Oh, not right there. That's a bad place for one. Let's put it there instead. And we can just kind of mix these in. Not there. There maybe, here. And it's just to kind of give that feeling like the ruins of the house are just kind of sprawling out and the house is really kind of falling apart. Which, to be fair, is exactly what happened. This thing has been destroyed. It is gone. There is nothing left. Let's try that. How's that look? I don't care for that. I would like the vertical depth, but maybe we can do something like this. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of coming together. We got this kind of shape here. We can kind of wrap some of that stuff around. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now, here's where it gets tricky. I want to mix in some other materials. Or more specifically, some other shapes and lines in here. So maybe what I can do, and this is going to be hard. I don't know if this is going to work, because this is something that angles don't really translate to Minecraft very well. We can kind of go... Let's try that out. What do we think? Oh, didn't mean to destroy that. That's alright. I'm going to be bone mealing this whole thing anyway. Maybe if we go... What if we go like this? So there's this giant log that kind of came crashing down on the frame. And we can put you maybe back here? How's that look? Yeah, that looks kind of dirt. That really does. I don't care for it. I definitely like the idea of the logs being kind of there, but I don't like the angle. So maybe what we'll do instead is we'll just kind of lay down a log here, and maybe a log like that. That could work. Although the orange is really kind of off-putting. Yeah, I'm not liking the orange. Let's see. How could we get away with that? You can come back to where you were, I think. That was like right there. Let's just take a look. How does that look from over here? Not too bad. It's got some rubble. It would be really cool if this whole thing was on fire, which actually we could do. That is something that we could potentially do. Maybe what I'll do is I'll find a way to kind of work the log in, but hide it. Like, for example, we do something like this. You know, this is a downed, that's a downed tree, or not a downed tree, but a portion of the house supports that's now destroyed and gone. We could even tack a little bit more height onto that one, just to give us that greater difference. And I think that's a good move. I think it might also be to our benefit to do the same right there, if I can get it. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. And then the house did probably at one point have floors that were made of wood. So I do want to mix a little bit of jungle wood in here, especially since it complements the coarse dirt so well. So let's just get a little bit of that, maybe here. Not a lot, just a little. And that was our foundation, so maybe we take this out and we kind of just mix this in a little bit here and there. Floor, you know, get this kind of going. That's not a bad look. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. I think it needs a little bit of green, maybe right in here. So maybe what we'll do is grab our grass blocks, and like right here, we can do something like that. That's pretty good. And then we'll just grab the bone meal, and we can bone meal all of this. But we don't want flowers, not for this. We want it to look wild and overgrown, but we do not want flowers everywhere. Because flowers and runes, especially runes from the, you know, the remnants of a village raid or something, those two don't really go very well together. But I think that's a pretty good start. Now, the question is, if I light this on fire, fire tick is off on Kingdomcraft. But will this go out on its own? That is the question. And that's what I need to know, because if not, I could just light all sorts of things. I could put some fire there, and maybe some fire like this, and it wouldn't burn. It would just be there, kind of giving off that effect that it was destroyed by the bandits, right over there. And it hasn't gone out yet, so I'm thinking we might actually be okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all. We'll just kind of light some of this. Oh, I love it. I like it a lot. Oh, horse! Horse! You! Why would you run into the fire? You fool! Don't run into the... No! No, 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 no. Hold on. I need to save my horse. You idiot. You don't run into the fire, you run away from the fire. Ugh. Who trained you anyway? Oh. Oh, my lead. Come back. You. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. Although I'm thinking... I lit myself on fire. I'm as dumb as my horse. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think I might have a little bit too much of the fire, though. Maybe cut back on that a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with the way that that looks. Maybe I'll mix in a little bit of coal or something. Do I have any? I do. I've got some coal blocks. Because if the house is still on fire, that means that it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense for it to have stuff growing in here. That's just a thought. Around it, yes. But actually within the house, no, probably not so much. But we can do maybe something like that. You know, get that feeling of the burning and all the destruction and all that stuff going. Clear that out. I'll put a coal block in there. Yeah, this will work out nicely. There we go. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. What do you guys think? The house that was destroyed by the bandits who reside in that camp right over there. I like it. But guys, that is definitely going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.